I'm going to go ahead and put this machine into demo mode by pressing the setup button, the F1 button, and entering the password, which is all nines. Then I get a demo key. You will press enter and set it up for a normal read. Now when I escape back to the home screen, you'll notice that without being plugged into a patient, we are seeing waveforms trace across the screen. We are now in demo mode. You can see the waveforms trace across the screen. It's currently set up as a 3 by 4 by 1, which is 3 waveforms tall by 4 across with 1 rhythm strip, and is currently set to channel 1. You can see the machine is in demo mode and auto mode, which is a pre-sample mode which, when you press the start button, will sample for 10 seconds and then produce a report. You can see the heart rate in this simulated demo is 60 beats. You can see that there is no battery installed because we are running purely off AC power. You can also see the time. We're going to go ahead and enter a patient into this system right now. You can perform a stat ECG, which does not require you to enter a patient, but we'll go ahead and enter one here. It's pre-populated with an ID. You can set that up to either scroll in a numeric succession, or you can enter one in manually. You can select a gender, age, height, patient name, date of birth, weight, and whether or not there is a pacemaker. The machine does come with pacemaker detection. The date of birth, gender, and age fields will affect the interpretive algorithm, so be sure to enter as much data as you can. The interpretation for a 90-year-old female versus an 8-year-old male will be completely different, so the machine relies on you providing this information. I'll go ahead and escape out of here. Once we have the patient information set up, you can see the patient ID scroll across the top. Male or female, and one press of the start button will begin sampling. You can see here that the machine says auto sampling. It will sample for 10 seconds and then begin to generate a report. You can have it automatically record, which means to print, or you can have it give you a preview. A lot of our customers enjoy having a full preview of the report because it lets you see each waveform. Makes sure that you have accurate results within the waveform and that there is no noise or jitter. From this point, we can hit the record button and it will begin recording a report. It then resets back to the preview screen and will continue to show you a real-time waveform, which will allow you to look for any new arrhythmia or any issue and prepare you to test again. Here you have a copy of a full page report. You can see clearly that it is printed in the same mode as the preview screen, 3 by 4 by 1. It shows you filter settings, heart rate, and a variety of other information across the bottom. It provides you with the full ECG interpretation across the top. In this scenario, we did have the demo set to normal ECG, so that is this report. The measurement information is right in the middle, and you do have patient demographic information on the upper left. So this represents a full-page ECG printout from the GT300. Now from here, the test result is automatically saved in the internal memory. We can save this in a variety of formats. It can be saved in the native file format, which will be saved until the memory is full or erased. You can also save it automatically as a PDF report and export that PDF in real time to a computer via internal Wi-Fi using the Smart ECG software. Or we can export it in real time to a USB thumb drive, which you can upload to your electronic medical records at a later date. So I'll go ahead and show the I/O panel on the side of the machine. You can see that a patient cable is inserted here on the left. This is a DB9 serial connection port, which is an optional connection point for use with the Smart ECG software. This is a USB for an external printer. This is another USB port which you would use to export data onto a thumb drive from the ECG machine. These are I/O ports that are used for firmware updates, which would not regularly be used by an end user. And lastly, an Ethernet port should a wireless network not be available. I mentioned earlier that this unit has Wi-Fi built in, which is an excellent feature. It allows you to connect to your facility's wireless networks. The unit has a handle on top for portability. It weighs about 12 pounds, which is very light for its size and capabilities.